Hi, Chris Madsen here. You have birthrights, and these birthrights are to have an effortless life, a life filled with joy and bliss and happiness, natural environments, and vibrant body temple, and all of these things. But that's not our experience. And the reason it hasn't been is because we have been enslaved, captured, literally our minds programmed to believe that what we're seeing is just a natural effect. And it's not. If we could understand collectively what has been stolen from us and who is doing the stealing, there would be an uprising that very moment and everything would shift hugely. And those that are in control, they don't want that. That's why the media is just propaganda and on and on. Let me explain. Love and hearts filled with love is all about the highest good for all, about touching lives in beautiful ways, compassion, gentleness, kindness, wanting to bless each other and the earth, and be filled with touching lives in beautiful ways. That's what beings moving in the heart are. Now, a consciousness that is moving not in the heart, but in a more darker place, I call it separated from source, from love, they have a belief that it's them against us. And so it's okay to lie, it's okay to cheat, it's okay to corruption on whatever levels. It's okay to program and manipulate and steal and make through coercion and fear tactics the rest of the people to adhere to their edicts, to their enslavement. I'll give you examples right now. We have been blessed with enough land for each person, each being, each adult as they grow and move on their own or family, to have their own sacred space. That this is their plot of land where they can grow their food, have their family, on and on. We have enough land for everyone. And one of the lies is that there's this population overgrowth. We are far, far, far from it. We are very barely scraping the surface on the earth of what we can, have for people. So anyway, the bankers, they thought to themselves, we want money. How can we take people's money? We could say bankers, it's more just this corrupt, evil force that I'm talking about, this consciousness that is not moving in love. And so they go, well, let's say as the government that we will divide just certain amount of area of properties, and then we'll make the cost so high that people have to work a lifetime to pay it off, and they've succeeded in that to the point where now people just accept it. They see all these mountains and valleys and beautiful areas. You can drive for hours at times, but yet it's unpopulated. There's nobody there, and if you try to build, your sacred spot, you're kicked off, right? So that's just one area right there. So as we move in love, we honor that every person has a right. If a fox or a coyote or an eagle has their right to their nest, of course humans should too, without taxes, without any of these things, right? Let's see another one. Medicine, big pharma. All of that, the health systems across the world are not designed to make healthy people. They are designed to create more clients because they're corporations. If they do come up with a cure for something, it's not going to be given to the people. They will suppress it because it does not fit in with their model, right? And the reason for that is because the corrupt, separated mind, that's what it's all about, is profit and control and power. And they don't want us on the earth living vibrant, healthy lives. They want us in fear, 1 or 2 paychecks away from bankruptcy. So what we could have, and what a heart of love and people moving in love would be all about, rather than trying to cure symptoms or mask the problem with chemical, petroleum-based drugs and things, it's living a natural life. It's living a life that maintains health. The diet of good, organic, healthy foods, no stress, lots of nature time, and being in a state of joy. All of these different things, right? That's what brings about health. And in the cases where something happens, a person falls off a cliff and needs medical attention, it's there for them, but in a way that brings about vibrant health. Another one we could look at is, say, education. Right now, the school systems are all about programming to keep kids, as they grow, into obedient slaves, the next generation of obedient slaves that is programmed to believe what they want them to believe to keep them enslaved. And one of those programs is obeying authority. When the reality is the authorities that we have now are simply put in place because they were so easily programmed that they will willingly take away the freedom and the rights of others in order to keep and sustain the program, and they get rewarded with the paycheck. A good example here would be even doctors, right? If a doctor finds out that there's a certain healing modality that works, if it doesn't fall in line with the big pharma edicts, they can't even say it, on and on. And in education, so rather than that, we can have beautiful systems, or not even the word system, but mechanisms in place where when a child is growing, it's in a natural environment. They don't have to sit in classrooms and raise their hand to go pee and be ridiculed and go through all of these assimilation mechanisms to keep them programmed, right? Rather, they can express and learn in a natural way through hiking and all of these things. And as they are interested in things, they have the tools available for them to explore. That's what true education, right? These things are things better. And so where I'm going with this is that we have been lied to on everything. The mainstream media, when you're listening to mainstream media, they make it sound like it's so true. Russia's invading Ukraine, and thousands of innocent Ukrainians are being blown up in hospitals and everything else. COVID was a real thing, and there was a real pandemic. All of these things are lies, and if there's something in you right now going, oh, what do you mean there was a lie? Well, it's because of the programming. It's not your fault. The reason I know these things is because I am moving in the heart. I do the research, and I know the ways of the corrupt consciousness that is in power and what they're doing to keep us in this captured state. And so within my being, I know what we can have, and have incredibly quickly, if people know the vision, they share the visions. This or something better can be a motto of what we can do. Military, just scrap the military. When we're moving in the heart and love, we don't need military, period. Borders. If we are moving in prosperity, and everyone has their free land, and they're growing food and making it so that just step outside is your grocery store for most of the things you need to eat and such. And who needs borders, right? Because the only reason people leave where their birthplace is, generally is because of wars and dictatorships and all of these things. So they think that the sheeple pen, in another country, they'll be better off. So they move there. But in every country, it's all slavery right now. Governments are not there to keep law and order. The governments are there to keep us in the programs and obedient slaves, right? A collective group of people moving in love and in the heart, and just not complying with those fear mechanisms. We could bring about paradise on earth now. So just like if everyone that's struggling with mortgages and rents and stuff, if they just said, hey, this is a place that is not going to cause harm. We're going to beautify the place and make this our sacred space, right? If we all did that, who's going to stop us? Because there's only a few of them that are actually pulling the strings behind the scenes. That's why the trucker convoy freaked them out so much here in Canada, was because we were starting to move in our power, right? And so that's what it takes, is all of us moving in our power. Now, it's proven without a shadow of a doubt, we do have free energy. And this is a very big thing, because that means that everyone can be off grid. So you choose your sacred spot. Then from there, you have your spot of land, you've got your heating, you've got your power, right? So you don't need to be on any grids. On and on, we can make this happen. This or something better, right? And we can also make it so that say internet, what we have for internet, Wi-Fi, we know that there's a lot of dangers through EMFs and that. But that's only because of the frequency that it's being shot out at. There are frequencies in the electromagnetic spectrum that bring healing. 528 is one of them. 432 is another one. And so we can use these different energies that align with beautiful, vibrant health, so that our Wi-Fi even is bringing health, on and on and on. You know, so it's all about the vision and about moving in love. Now, if we do have free energy, it's been proven that we have it time and multiple different avenues of free energy. Like even right now, you can see, you know, all of the earth is in motion. You know, nothing, everything is in some sort of a motion. The torus field, the electromagnetic spectrum, is the earth is like a battery. You're moving, literally moving in an information field and in an energy field. And there are those like Tesla and others that have tapped into how to harness that. And also things like Stanley Meyer with his hydrogen car. He could literally take snow or just a puddle of water, put it in his gas tank and drive, you know, keep going just off that, you know, tap water, on and on and on. Why are these things suppressed? Because they want us to be suppressed. They want us to be in this captured conscious state. They literally thrive and enjoy our suffering. And they think of us as their cattle, just like how a farmer would think of their cattle out in the field. They literally think of us that way, you know, and they know how easy it is to manipulate. Oh, you know, all we have to do, they own the media. So like the whole COVID scam-demic, you know, piece of cake for them. They had the whole world in fear and wearing masks and all this crazy stuff, you know, right away. All they had to do is put it in the media, you know. And so now, how we shift all this is first our own being moving in love, moving into the heart, visioning the highest good for all. And within our own energy field, our own state of being, that we cleanse it, we detox it from all of the lies, you know, all of the programs. And moving in the heart, truth is recognized. We can see the difference right away. Like I look at people like Trudeau and different people, and right away I can just, they're oozing, they're emanating this corrupt, dark force, you know. Yet there's other people on alternative media and things, they're oozing the love, the light, the truth. They're oozing the solutions, and how beautiful is that? They're radiant. And so to do our part, what we need to do now, collectively and individually, is hold the visions of what the golden age, the new earth, the age of love, what it looks like when we rid our collective body of this dark parasitical toxins. And within our own being, to meditate and resonate, send, receive, and be this unconditional pure love. I think of it as being the sun. The sun is just shining its light, just being, right? A blessing, blessing, blessing. And no darkness can stand being in the presence of this sun, of this light. And so we speak the truth boldly. We share the visions boldly. And this video is a good start, you know. It'll be a good benchmark here to see, to the degree that this video is shared, is the degree that we have a chance of not moving into this incredibly dark era of the Great Reset that the cabal has planned for us right now, and are moving in at this very moment. They want a totalitarian state, depopulation, anyone that's still here in a complete subservient role to them, to the degree that it would make North Korea and China look like a totally free place or something. You know, it's really dark where they want to take us. And our way out is not comply by sharing this vision, exactly what's in this video now. And be the love. You know, don't wait for the light. Be the light. Don't wait for the love. Don't wait for a savior, the cavalry, the white hats to come. Be it yourself now. That's our hope. That's how we get out of this. And if a savior or the white hats get it together, great, you know. But until then, occupy. Do what you can. Share the visions. Be the love. And move in your power. Yes. And with that, let's get her done.